you went into a bit more of the experimental parts of music. You took some risks when you were recording "Oh Fortune," and it turned out very successfully. And so I was wondering, like, could you tell us what we can expect in your upcoming album?
Right. Well, it's funny because when I delivered "Oh Fortune" to the record label, they were like, "Oh, we really like it," and they said, "You know that there's a chance you could kind of antagonize some of the following that you've gained with this record, because it's, you know, where's the robots? There's no robots on this record, basically, and you know, you might lose some of your following." And I kind of just was like, "Well, I mean, this is the record we made. Let's put it out. I'm not too worried about that." And the truth is that our following grew. It like doubled in size, and we got more radio attention, even though our record was weirder. And the next record is weirder, noisier, a little bit more electric, a little bit more kind of chaotic, almost, in a way.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm really proud of it. It's not quite done yet, but I'm really excited about it. I just think it's the strongest thing that I've ever been a part of. So.
Well, I think all of us are really excited about your next upcoming album.
Thank you. It's kind of you to say.
So what was it like performing at the Orpheum?
It's pretty rad, not gonna lie. It's good. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I grew up in Vancouver, and the Orpheum is like the place.
Yeah.
It's not even the biggest place. It's just the place, you know. And it's like this old opera house, and it's gorgeous, and all hand carved moldings. Yeah, it's unbelievable. And so my whole life, the idea of just stepping on stage there was a thing, let alone headlining a sold out show or something, you know, which is what happened. And we put tickets on sale, and we're like, what's going to happen? I don't know. And, you know, so that was amazing. That was a real sort of like life milestone for me. And yeah, I won't forget that anytime soon. It's also nerve-wracking. You know, you kind of feel like, oh, I've always wanted to do this, and now I'm doing it. What if I'm not? What if we don't take advantage of it? What if we don't play a great show? What if it's all downhill from here? You know, and so you just have to kind of ignore all those feelings and just focus on being present.
Well, I guess you didn't perform at the Orpheum all the time, so could you tell us a little bit about some of your other live venues?
Yeah, I mean, I've played to 4 people in Norman, Oklahoma. I've played to 15 people in Cranbrook while the Canucks game was on.
Wow.
You know, I played a lot of crappy gigs. Especially when I was getting going, you know, you just take any gig that comes your way. And even if it's a terrible gig, you're still learning from it.
So I guess with the Orpheum, we watched the CBC documentary, and it's called What Happens Next, and I was wondering what did happen next.
What did happen next? Well, we toured a bunch more. I got married, I had a kid. I made a film score for a Simon Pegg film that's coming out this year.
Nice.
Called Hector and the Search for Happiness. And made another record.
Why do you think the arts matter?
I think the arts matter because everything other than the arts is like tactile function. To me, anyhow. It's like we need to eat, we need to sleep, we need to recreate, and those are the things that we're programmed to do. And through all of those things, we develop these opinions, these thoughts about the world, and you know, the experience of being human can be very isolating. And to me, the arts are about communication, and they're about connection. And the more we feel connected to each other, the less alone we feel, and the better it is to just exist in the first place.
Do you have any advice you could give to the future songwriters at LFAS?
Absolutely, I do. I would say to join a community if there is one. If there isn't one, start one. Surround yourself with people who make you feel like things are possible, and try to spend less time with people who make you feel like things are not possible. You can spend as much time learning as you want, but nothing will teach you like just doing it. And just touring, you can book your own shows, you can do whatever, you know, there's many ways to having a career in music. I can't really speak to other arts just because I don't know them as well, but when it comes to music especially, I I think to just read as many books as possible. Try and absorb the world. Try and listen to what's going on around you, and be honest and truthful with yourself about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And seek honesty. Trust your gut. If it feels good, it's good, and if it doesn't feel good, it's not good. And keep angling toward the things that feel good, and not artificially good. That feel good and truthful. And so you have to do it because that's what you know you need to do. And personally, I went like $40,000 in debt trying to make music happen.
Wow.
And you know, when it turned around, it turned around.
Yeah.
And it just took that long to make it happen. Recording, touring, everything. And if you're not willing to take the risk, it's probably not for you.
Right. Yeah. Well, it has been such a pleasure to have you here today.
Likewise.
Yeah. And so yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah. How could I have known the hollowness of bones until I was shown